Oh, hi. Today we're going to study sampling methods. Check out what this girl is saying. I'm so random. I can't believe I just did that, right? So when you say random, you do various things unplanned, you get different things. You do different things. So sometimes getting random things could be helpful so that there will be no bias in your sample because whatever you study in that sample will be reflected in a bigger population. So let's study these sampling methods. You ready? Here we go. So vocabulary first. Let's study the following. All right. Let's match the following. Okay. A group of objects, individuals, or events. It doesn't have to be people all the time. Therefore, it is a what? It is a population. Correct. All right. Next. The second one is a part of a group, a little part of the group. You take it. That is examine to provide information and make prediction about the bigger population. Oh, we know that. That's going to be the what? The the sample. All right. Next, let's check this out. A well-grounded or justifiable. Well-grounded or justifiable. So it should be what? It should be valid. Okay? It's valid. All right. Next, a sample in which the method used to form the sample results in samples that are not representative. It's not representative. I want to study about ethnicity, but I just chose one group. Okay, so it doesn't represent, so not good. It is what? It is correct. It is biased. All right, biased sample. And lastly, letter E. Let's read this. A sample in which each element of a population has equal, that's the most important, equal chance of being selected. So therefore, if they have equal chances, it is done as a random sample. Okay, so we got those definitions. Next slide. So take note, your sample could be random or non-random, and you could be biased or non-biased. Let's start with this, okay? Let's start with this. So remember, you want to study grade 6, 7, and 8 in Renaissance School. And your question is, what you want to know is what is the most popular sport in school? What could be that favorite sport? Okay, you could choose a random sample. Okay, how could a random sample look like? Every fifth student who enters the cafeteria, right? First person, the next, the fifth, the 10th, the 15th. It's random because it's not planned. Okay, that person could be a sixth grader, a seventh grader, an eighth grader, male or female. That's good. So I like that. That is random. Okay, the sample is random. And your question is unbiased. What it could be an unbiased question? What is your favorite sport? You're just asking them, it's open ended. They could answer whatever they want. You're not implying on any sport. So this is the best one. Thumbs up. Okay? Random and unbiased. But sometimes, okay, it's the same population, 6, 7, and 8. What you want to know the most popular sport in school, based in the middle school. Okay, you chose the correct one. Your random sample is 5 random students from each advisory class. Okay, from each advisory. And then how can it be biased? Check this out. Question: why is basketball the most popular sport in school? So you were already implying that basketball, although you selected the good number of students, okay, it's random, but your question is biased. So not good. Thumbs down. Okay. All right. Next, we still have the same population, the middle school, and we want to know the most popular sports in school. Now, sometimes you can choose a non-random sample. What would that be? All the students in 801. It's not random. You just selected the 801. So that alone is not good. And it could be unbiased. Your question could be good. What is your favorite sport? That's a nice question, but you selected the wrong sample. So not good, right? Thumbs down. Thumbs down. Next, so you selected a non-random sample again. For example, all those who belong to the math science club. Why only the math science? How about the other middle school students? So that alone is not good anymore. How can it be biased? Check it out. Why is volleyball not the most popular sport in school? You're already implying volleyball is not popular. So therefore, that is non-random and biased. The diagram here will tell you how to select or make a good sample. Okay, why? For example, if this is your population and this is your sample, okay, suppose in your population, about half, 50% or 52% are whites. So in your sample, half of your sample should also be white. You cannot just select one white person. No, 50% of all of them. Okay. If there's a portion, let's say about 20% are black, be sure in your sample, 20% are also black. Okay. Again, if there are 22 Hispanic percent, the other one should also have, the same proportion, okay? Even distribution, you could say that. So another diagram is this. There's a population in yellow, just select the red, anything you want. No, that is not representative. This would show a good representative, right? If this portion is only up to that much, so it is proportionate to the sample. If this is the most number of people in the population, same number should also be in your sample. Okay? So it does, again, the sample reflects what the population is. All right, let's analyze this. Lawrence performs a survey to determine the average number of minutes of exercise. Okay, his focus are the seventh grade athletes. Okay, the population is the seventh grade athletes. Okay, in 1 week. He gets a list of sports. So these are the sports. Sports. So he listed down basketball, soccer, volleyball, okay, what else? Tennis. He listed down all the sports in the seventh grade. Okay, seventh grade sports. And par- eh, seventh grade students participating in each sport. Then he chooses 10 people from each list to compete the survey. I'll get 10 from you, I 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 get 10 from you. This will be my sample. Paul, how can Lawrence sample be improved to be more representative of the population? Okay, how can that be improved? He chose 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. That's a lot, 50, right? Because that's all the seventh grade and you got 50. He can choose his sample from all seventh grade students. No, his only focus would be the sports, right? Not that. He can choose his sample from a list of students by class rather than by sport. No, because the population should be athletes, right? So it cannot be that. He can choose his sample from every third person on each list rather than 10 people. Okay? Every third person. Third, the sixth, and the ninth person. Every third, right? The third, the sixth, or the ninth, or, yeah, third, the sixth, or the ninth. Okay, rather than selecting 10. Okay, so I think this makes sense because it's random. He can choose his sample from a list of athletes participating in each sport. Okay? Yeah, he did that already. So this is the only one that can improve it. Okay? Got it? Next. A town's athletic league contains 18 baseball teams. So there are 18 baseball teams. The board members, so 18, the board members of the league want to survey the adults attending games. So who are these? Adults attending the games of the 18 baseball teams. Okay. If they if they believe that the athletes are showing good sportsmanship, that's they what they want to know. Are the are the are the athletes showing good sportsmanship? This is the population. Remember, this is the sample. Okay, we don't know the sample yet. The board members attended one game. They attended one game and surveyed an equal number of adults from each of the two teams. So the board members surveyed equal number of adults. So adults who supported the two teams. Oh my God. So these are adults who supported just two teams. They're for these two teams. They wanted these teams. What do you think would their results be? What would they say about this the team members? They would say good things about these two members. So what can you say? Is that biased? Yes. It is invalid because of the bias sampling. Okay? You only use two teams and they like those two teams. Therefore, they will speak good things about these two teams. So that's the correct answer. Okay, let's look at the next example. Vicky conducts a survey of home builders all over the place, all over the world or the country to determine the average cost of building a new home. Okay, so all home builders, all home builders. Okay. Now he samples 10 home builders. He samples 10 home builders. Remember, this is the population, this is the sample, who are building in her own town. In her town. In which she lives. That's where she lives. Under which conditions will her sample be good? This would be good if, what? If, let's do something. Select two options. Number one, the builders were chosen at random. Of course, these 10 should be random. Okay, these 10 should be random. What else? The population included only builders who build in Vicky's town. Remember, she already chose this in her own town. So, if your population is not all, but what? The builders from his own home town. That will make it better, right? If the population is this, therefore this is valid. Okay, so that's good. The population included builders who build homes in any town. No, not any. Oh, it says own town. The population included builders who do not build homes in Vicky's town. No, it says her own town. The builders were referred to Vicky by realtor who will be selling. Nothing about selling, it's about building. So only those two will make this sample good. Two adjustments that will make the sample good. Okay, lastly, Kai, a seventh grader, wants to determine the average number of times the families in his neighborhood visit the pool during summer. Okay? Families. Families in neighborhood. So remember, always list down the population and compare it with your sample. Okay. He samples the families of 4 of his classmates. Families of 4 classmates. Which improvement could Kai make to his sample to increase the validity of the results? Okay, so that's okay because these families of his classmates are from the neighborhood, but she just chose 4 to survey. Okay, what can you do? Sample more families. Yeah, not just 4, increase it. Okay. Sample families that have children who are not in the 7th grade because it's just his classmates. No, include other grades. Okay, that makes sense. That's correct. Sample families that regularly use the pool. Only those who use the pool. No, you want to know whether they're using it or not using it. Okay. Sample families whose answer to the survey question is predetermined. No, they already know the questions and the answers. So no. Sample families living in every third house. Okay, this makes sense. Every third house can make it random. So check, check, and check. Okay, so that's how you make a good sample. So remember, guys, results is equal to action plus motivation. Good luck.